It's always... All right. Please stay close to me
This is
while
better
we're in
than
the car.
sitting around talking
It should
about
be
magic,
safe, but
don't you
it's
think?
always better to be cautious.
As does my blade.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
As some of you may know,
Who knows what we might
Zorgo
find
was one
in
of the
here?
earliest Nord settlements in Skyrim. It was also the
You are... Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, it is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up. Oh yes. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets. Because Torfdir says so. He says there are things to learn here. Oh yes. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Who knows what we might find? There is much. There is skill in magic. There is charm. Oh, the only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it.
What prey awaits us?
This is better
Well,
than sitting around
are there any
talking
questions
about magic,
before we begin?
don't you think?
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist? I expect he'd appreciate some. Any enchanted items will do. Now let... Berliner, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics?
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better. Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and you... Magic is seen as some... No offense, of course. No. There's no chance anyone in authority. Our ancestors should be allowed to rest in peace. Hopefully, we can learn something from the experience. How the ancient Nords used magic. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was... I know he's from the Thalmor, and he claims to... I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him,
All
honestly.
right, everyone. Be careful.
To think, my ancestors destroyed the homes of Onryn's ancestors. So much bloodshed. I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago. I'd better get going.
One day.
Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago?
Father,
First
as
met
I
Tamriel.
do now.
It's going to take forever to sit through all this. He asked far too many questions. I think the Thalmor are trying to... I haven't told him anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too important. Can't... What?
Lead on.
Ah, yes. You. I've only looked through a portion of the sect. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damn... Just round up the rest of the magical artifacts so that I can catalog them. It's going to take forever to sit through all this.
We are bonded now, you and I, joined through the powers of the void.
Uh-huh.
perhaps we should find a random stranger to murder. Practice does make perfect.
What in the world was that racket? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Do you see that?
Have you heard the tale of Matthew Bellamont and the great treachery of Jaden Hall? Your boy's mother. And vengeance festers in the sun. All hail the savior of the Dark Brotherhood. All hail the listener.
The world is this. What is this place?
I grow restless, as does my blade.
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed. I had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order... You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? And danger ahead? Why, the Psijics have no connection to these ruins. Perhaps we should... Now, please do be careful. Who knows? They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over... And yet now, if nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with... So you wish to master the arcane arts? All right, then. This is simply fascinating. All right. This is simply fascinating. All right, then.
I remember Skyrim from my youth, and the glistening crimson on fields of white. Will soon know the wrath of Sithis.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why just... Be prepared to defend yourself. Take care now. This is simply fascinating.
Have you heard the tale of Matthew Bellamont and the great treachery of Jaden Hall? Killer Boy's mother and vengeance festers in the